Imagine you are trying to merge onto a busy highway and your car suddenly feels like it has lost half of its horsepower, or even worse. The engine just keeps cranking over and over but refuses to start. These frustrating symptoms are classic indicators of the P0191 code, which focuses on the fuel rail pressure sensor I circuit range and performance. This generic powertrain code applies to almost every fuel-injected engine made since the year 2000, regardless of whether it runs on gasoline or diesel. This specific code is strictly concerned with the incoming signal from the fuel rail pressure sensor, not matching what the powertrain control module expects to see based on the fuel being delivered to the engine. It could be a physical mechanical fault like a failing pump or a simple electrical circuit issue, so you have to be methodical in your approach. Your very first move should be to search for any technical service bulletins for your specific make and model, because manufacturers often release software updates or specific part fixes for known sensor glitches that can save you a lot of wasted time and money. If you see any other codes related to the fuel pump or general fuel pressure, you must diagnose and fix those first before worrying about the P0191 code, because they are likely the root cause of the signal discrepancy. Once you locate the sensor on your fuel rail, you need to visually inspect the wiring and connectors for any signs of chafing, bare wires, or melted plastic from engine heat. Pull the connectors apart and look for that telltale green corrosion or burnt metal on the terminals. If you see any gunk, clean it out with some high-quality electrical contact cleaner or 91% rubbing alcohol and apply a bit of dielectric silicone compound to ensure a clean connection. If your sensor uses a vacuum hose to connect to the intake manifold, make sure that hose is not leaking or cracked, because a vacuum leak will throw the pressure readings completely out of whack. The ultimate test is to compare the digital readings on your scan tool with a physical mechanical fuel pressure gauge. When you turn the key on, the two readings should be within 5 pounds per square inch of each other. If the gauge shows good pressure but the scan tool shows something different, you know the sensor is lying. Be extremely careful if you are working on a common rail diesel engine, because the fuel rail pressures are absolutely massive, sometimes exceeding 35,000 pounds per square inch, which is enough to cut through skin and cause blood poisoning. If every test passes and the code still won't go away, you might be looking at a failing powertrain control module. But always try a hard reset by disconnecting the battery before you commit to replacing the entire computer.